Eh bien bonjour à toutes et à tous, c'est Johnson Walker pour cette nouvelle partie de Max Payne 3. J'espère que vous allez bien. En tout cas les gardes ils vont pas méga bien. Et en plus j'ai un flingue en or. Non mais toi tu restes par terre toi. Cherche pas mec hein. Voilà, voilà, repose-toi sur ton camarade. Voilà, fais dodo sur ton copain. Juste voir s'il n'y a pas des trucs dans mon... dans ma cabine. Ah, faut d'abord bousiller les ennemis. Alors il faut savoir que là on est dans un flashback hein. Parce que concrètement qu'est-ce qui s'est passé dans la dernière vidéo? Dans la dernière vidéo nous étions avec la grosse cruche de Giovanna, avec qui on avait pris un bus. Et la bougresse savait pas trop conduire et enfin bref elle a réussi à rejoindre Passos et nous non.
Looked like soldiers in one of those Central American guerrilla armies. Pirates with a manifesto, psychos with a dream, that sort of bullshit. Passos had the name of the bar where I was drinking my life away. I should have put things together then, instead of waiting for De Silva to walk me through it real slow.
Voilà, donc en fait oui c'est vrai qu'on a retrouvé Da Silva à la fin de la dernière vidéo, auquel on aurait apparemment appris que il y a une grosse magouille avec Passos.
The room belonged to Passos, my partner in crime, or maybe someone else's. The bed was made. I could only guess that Passos was upstairs in the thick of it, whatever it was.
Bon et là, il n'y a rien du tout. Là non plus. Pourquoi il est obligé de marcher quand il est dans les cabines, le bougre? Ça irait bien plus vite en courant.
Booze, coke, pills. You could get whatever party favor you wanted on this vessel.
Ouh, il a l'air... Ah oui, ce petit gun, ouais, mais en fait, non. On va prendre le double gun, hein. C'est fermé, génial.
The radio. Maybe I could send out an SOS. It certainly wasn't the first time I'd woken up with a hangover, long after a party had turned sour.
Ah mais en fait je suis con. Parce que la salle qui était là-bas, il y avait un bout d'arme en or. Alors je vais vite le récupérer. Je l'avais pas vu. Et walou. Super sport en or. Je sais pas c'est quoi comme flingue le super sport.
The need to get out of the boat's hull and onto the upper deck as soon as possible was countered by the probability of running into another hijacker. I had to move carefully.
Oh merde, mais ça va exploser ou quoi là? C'est C'est quoi tout ce qui prend feu là? Papa par là.
Sucking oxygen from the room. I didn't care if I got shot the second I got out of there. I needed one more gulp of fresh air before I died. It was like the need for a wake-up whiskey after a 2-day bender. How to shut off the fuel feeds. Move, Max.
Ok, c'est bon, je crois que j'ai trouvé. Plutôt solide le bateau quand même, hein, parce que ça a bien pété.
I shut down one engine, but it didn't make much difference. There. I could breathe again. Now the boat could get back to smelling like suntan oil, stale margaritas, and greed.
¡Cúbrame, que esperan! ¡Ya estás cubierto! ¡Al infierno!
Tiens. Non mais dis donc. Les douches, ok.
So this was the famous Panama Canal. We could have gone to the moon while I was passed out and I wouldn't have noticed. While I'd been dead to the world, some of my shipmates were just plain dead. Where had they taken them?
Belle.
It was a different scene than the one I'd stumbled away from. Where was everyone? I still didn't know what the hell happened.
Cool, une autre arme en or là. Hop là.
I didn't like to think what was behind the door. The pirates wouldn't get everything.
C'est un bon vieux bateau de riche, n'empêche.
The guys up ahead weren't dealing with passengers like the rest of them. Maybe I should have realized then that this was no ordinary kidnap job. Something on the boat had attracted the sharks.
Allez, 1, 2, 3. Oh bah voilà qui est fait. La petite salle de ciné improvisée et tout. Non mais moi je veux bien vivre ici, hein, y a aucun problème.
After I got out of New Jersey, things had flared up again between the Punchinellos and the DeMarcos. Didn't look like things would die down anytime soon. I was gonna have to stay away from the only place I'd ever known. Whatever they were looking for appeared to be gone. Daphne Bernstein, a recent divorcee making the most of her considerable settlement, and Marcella was making the most of her. I don't want to think about it.
C'est quoi ces bruits de verre? C'est moi qui ai fait ça ou...
I had to save some valuables.
¡Hijo de puta, aquí no hay nada! ¡Miguel, vení para acá!
Il m'a surpris lui.
There was something firing these guys other than good old-fashioned socialist zeal. What were they looking for? It didn't make sense. Why would they leave the jewels and rip open the walls? It didn't occur to me just what the other cargo on board could be.
C'est vrai que c'est étrange. Qu'est-ce qu'ils foutent là les mecs? Casse-toi la gueule comme une grosse merde. Et hop, je me rebouffe un mur. 20 minutes passées en l'air, c'est quand même pas mal. Oh mec, je t'ai mitraillé la tronche mais d'une puissance.
Ghost ship in a ghost canal. The whole thing creeped me the hell out.
Je me répète, hein, mais qu'est-ce que je kiffe les musiques de ce jeu, franchement. Je trouve que ça rajoute vraiment une intensité de dingue. Après, c'est peut-être un petit peu dommage que l'histoire soit pas un tantinet plus sombre. Enfin, elle est pas sombre l'histoire, elle est un peu glauque, elle est pas gaie. Mais il n'y a pas l'ambiance sombre et lourde qu'il y avait dans les deux précédents opus. C'est peut-être un petit peu ce qui manque à Max Payne 3 finalement, je trouve. Après, ça change un peu et c'est vrai que le changement de temps en temps, bah, ça peut faire du bien parce que trop se reposer sur ses lauriers, comme certains jeux le font, bah, du coup ça surprend moins, il y a moins de surprises, c'est pas... Voilà, alors que bon, celui-là au moins il a essayé d'offrir quelque chose d'un peu de nouveau, un nouveau souffle. À plat ventre. J'ai plus de balles les mecs, concrètement comment on va faire là?
And the band played on. Daphne's ship was always stocked.
Moi j'ai plus de balles. Ils veulent pas descendre les mecs? Bah non. Ils veulent pas m'aider un petit peu puisque bon je suis un petit peu dans la merde niveau munitions hein. Non c'est bon, on va trouver. Oh le salaud. Alors, connard. Eh, mais par derrière, c'est pas cool, hein. Putain, mais vous faites chier, les gars. Allez-y, chacun votre tour, là, faites la queue pour que je puisse vous tuer tranquille. Sinon, comment voulez-vous qu'on y arrive? Ouais, mais là tu m'étonnes, j'étais encerclé. J'ai mal joué. Et après en plus l'histoire avec il me manquait des munitions, j'étais un petit peu ça on l'a fait, donc voilà.
They didn't help with my sea legs, but they sure as shit felt good.
Punaise. Et c'est chaud là. Et les planques je les voyais pas trop. Je voyais pas trop où je pouvais me planquer. Ils arrivaient à droite, à gauche, devant, derrière, en long, en large, en travers comme on dit hein. Ça c'est pas mal ça. Alors je vais juste reprendre une arme de poing. À moins que lui il ait des munitions à me filer. Bon, ouais, elle est un petit chargeur, hein, soyons fous. Oh. Je suis bien content de pas être celui qui va nettoyer derrière. Hein. Des médocs, ce serait cool, les gars. Ah, mes prières ont été exaucées.
I spotted Passos and Marcella. If I'd known back then that they'd been up to no good while I was fighting my way through a band of violent paramilitaries and a worse hangover, I might not have wanted to get over to them so bad.
Hey, Passos!
At the time, I hadn't thought too much about this. I hadn't thought too much about anything. Now I remember it, it didn't seem quite so kosher.
What about, what's her name? Daphne?
Do whatever you think is best.
I think it's best we try to go find her.
Yeah, okay, let's go. Now.
See, I didn't think Passos was a bad guy. He didn't need to try to save this woman or the crew.
Through here.
Didn't realize you knew your way around here. They were using that building to get across the canal. Equipment in the truck next to me. It'd be a shame to see it go to waste.
Come on!
C'est long à recharger par contre ce truc. Ah voilà, c'est ça que je cherchais à faire depuis tout à l'heure moi. Mais je croyais qu'il était mort lui. Bon là il l'est, on est sûr. What? Merde, j'ai pas fait gaffe. C'est pas précis ce flingue, cette distance.
There was some equipment in the truck next to me. It would be a shame to see it go to waste.
We can get across up top.
Ah voilà, ça c'est mieux déjà. On va le passer, on l'a déjà vu. On va le passer par sauce lol.
There's gotta be a reason why they're going across the canal.
Ah mais il y a des munitions. Bon, j'apprendrai à viser dans la prochaine vidéo, je pense. Tu es mort bizarrement mon petit. Les mecs ils sont 40 000 hein.
Expected to find. On a boat full of drunks and bullshit artists, I'd been the cabaret act. Shooting whatever came in front of me was easier than coming to terms with that reality.
Y'a rien là. Waouh. C'est stylé quand même. Faut laisser la porte ouverte les gars hein. Juste faire un mini tour d'horizon rapide. Parce qu'il n'y a pas des petits trucs à récupérer, mais je n'ai pas l'impression.
Looked like the way up, but it was locked. I had to find a switch.
Je vais garder ça, il est plutôt pas mal ce petit flingue quand même.
There was probably a control console behind
Ouais,
the desk.
mais tout est fermé. Bon, allez. Ah, le salaud! Il était plus rapide que moi ce connard. Oh non, mais je l'ai appuyé sur la touche pour le ralenti. Et c'est au moins ma deuxième mort depuis le début de cette vidéo. Ce n'est pas bon du tout, jeunes gens là. Je manque de professionnalisme, hein. Je manque à mon devoir. On détruit un musée, hein, c'est quand même pas cool. Hein. Y'a rien à récupérer. Ouh. Il se prend 3-4 balles, il est quand même toujours debout. Hein. Pas d'armes en or. Je suis déçu. Allez.
Priorities, Max.
Mais quoi priorité? Il n'y a plus personne là. Mais il n'y a plus personne à tuer, mec. Ah si. Il a failli me tuer lui, j'ai plus de médoc hein. Je suis vite fait dans la merde.
All my questions. All I thought about was getting to Daphne Bernstein before it was too late. Americans had a long and checkered history of involvement in Panama. This was my sorry chapter, for what it's worth.
Et Passos, il est où toujours à la bourre, il a pas passé le câble. Il a pas fait tyrolienne. Ouh. Il y a beaucoup de sang hein. Oh merde.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck, man. This is brutal. I didn't think things would be like this.
I should have jumped in that goddamn canal myself and swum my way back to New York.
Let me ask you again, Max. What do you think you were really doing in Panama?
I was drinking.
People died. Innocent people. Who do you think robbed you?
I don't know. I was told it was people who disliked Daphne Bernstein, something about an unpleasant divorce.
Her ex-husband worked on Wall Street. Do you think he has easy access to Panamanian death squads?
Guess I didn't really think about it.
You were smuggling something, weren't you?
No. I mean, I didn't realize it at the time. I didn't think too much about it, but yes, Marcelo did drive off with something. I don't know what. I didn't see him until we got to Brazil a week or so later.
I think it was money. I think Marcelo and Victor have a friendly banker there in Panama. Your little cruise was to deliver the cash to him because there it's easier to launder.
I thought the Broncos were rich.
Rodrigo's rich. The other two, they live well, but they don't have real money. Victor's campaigns were always financed by his brother. That is the way among certain rich families there. The eldest brother is the king. You know, he gets everything. The other two, not so much.
And now Rodrigo's dead.
Exactly. And Marcelo, too. It's an awful tragedy for Victor, huh? A man running on a law and order ticket, you know, whose brothers have both been killed in such terrible circumstances. A true patriot.
What about Marcelo?
Marcelo was an idiot. Were this true, I certainly don't believe he could possibly have known about it. But I do believe some other scheme, you know, some other bullshit. Whatever that cash was, Victor could have talked him into something. I don't know yet.
And Passos?
Well, Passos is a bum ex-cop. Failed in America, failed in Sao Paulo. He was surrounded by more money and more poverty than his tiny little head can handle. You think guys like that can't be bought?
No, but
But nothing. He's probably not a bad guy. He's just a man caught in the crossfire of a very rich family.
What about me?
You. You're the fall guy. The American. Running around, acting like the action hero. Killing lots of people. You're a stroke of genius.
That ain't how it is.
You were an angry ex-cop. You were sitting in a bar with a history of violence and a history of a bad temper. You were perfect.
Me and Passos went to the academy together.
Did you?
I don't fucking know.
Okay, let's take a drive, Max. Want to do some good? Want to get yourself killed in a good cause? Then I need you to check something out for me.
Like what?
That incident in the favela today. Now, some of my officers say a bus drove off some captives.
It did, I saw it.
But no captives were ever booked.
Probably handed them off to the paramilitary death squads, the,
Crasha Preto?
Right.
Who did?
I don't know, the cops. The other cops. The cops who shoot on sight.
The UFE.
Right.
Max, you see that building there?
Imperial Palace Hotel.
And that's what it says. People go in there in large groups under armed guard. But it isn't a police station, and no one comes out of there.
Why don't you just go in and bust the joint, get a warrant?
I'm only a cop, Max.
So you keep saying. Time to find out what was going on here. I didn't fancy booking myself in the presidential suite, so went looking for the basement. I wasn't too excited about the acoustics in this place. A couple of gunshots would sound like I'd walked in here with a goddamn marching band. It wasn't pretty. But I guess none of what was about to happen was gonna be.
Bon et bien on va se quitter là pour
It
cette
was the
partie
question I
de...
kept on asking myself. How could I have been so blind?
On va se quitter là, je crois que c'était la partie 12 ou 13 de Max Payne 3. Je crois que c'était la partie... En fait je vais rien dire parce que j'ai peur de, de dire une bêtise. En tout cas pour cette partie de Max Payne 3 c'est terminé. Merci de l'avoir regardé. Je vous donne rendez-vous prochainement pour la prochaine partie. J'espère en tous les cas que ce que je fais vous plaît toujours autant. N'hésitez pas à laisser un petit commentaire comme d'habitude et partager les vidéos sur les réseaux sociaux. Et je vous invite cordialement à rejoindre ma page Facebook. Le lien de la page Facebook est disponible en bas de la vidéo. Et puis bah d'ici là portez-vous bien jeunes gens. Allez ciao ciao, c'était Johnson Walker, bye bye bye.